Hello, Cloud Dwellers. As part of our ongoing Marketing Cloud CERT review, we're back today to explore another question that has to do with data automation. This time, we're defining the fundamental differences between Automation Studio and Journey Builder. Let's check it out. Now, this week's question is asking, what's the main advantage of Journey Builder over Automation Studio? Now, this is going to presume we know the difference between Journey Builder and Automation Studio and what they do, and also what they do separately, but also how they may work together. So let's take a look at our 4 potential answers here. And of course, 3 of these are going to be incorrect. 1 will be the correct answer. And it's equally important to understand why an answer is wrong, so we can help to find the correct answer as well. So in this scenario, question or answer number A is saying Journey Builder focuses on file transfers. Well, that's actually incorrect because that's what Automation Studio does. When we look at these two platforms side by side, one of the most important things to understand is that Automation Studio is really a task machine. It allows us to create some to-dos that have to do with data management in short. And we're looking at things like extracting data or moving data, transferring data, or loading data. So if I wanted to create something that would go out to an FTP server, pick up a file that has been placed on that server, bring it into Marketing Cloud, put that data into a data extension, and then sort that data to help me find an audience, this as a data management tool is the perfect choice. So Automation Studio would do just that. Journey Builder is not a data management tool. It does not do data management at all. It's really a communications tool. I like to think of it as a conversation engine, where we look at kind of the structure of a conversation. We say, okay, I want to send an email to somebody that says this. And if they respond in this way based on this behavior, or I look at the data I have on them, and I identify that they have different characteristics from other people, maybe we change the conversation. So for example, perhaps I look out in the data, I say, well, you live in the state of New York. As a result, I want to talk about something that's regionally interesting to you as part of this email. If I were sending this email to somebody who lived in, say, the state of California, I might do the same thing. So let's change the conversation up and let's talk about things that are localized for you in California. So Journey Builder is a conversation and communications tool at the end of the day. So when we think about this from our first answer here, Journey Builder focuses on file transfers, it doesn't. That's an Automation Studio gig all the way. So that is the incorrect answer. Answer B suggests Journey Builder manages SQL joins automatically. And once again, this is part of what Automation Studio does. In Automation, we can create SQL queries and we can have them run when they need to run, but that is not a Journey Builder gig. That is Automation Studio, so that is also incorrect. Now, answer C says Journey Builder personalizes messages based on individual behaviors. And ding, 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 we have the right answer. And we'll come back to this in just a moment. Let's take a look at answer D, which says Journey Builder only runs once a day. Well, the simple reality is that Journey Builder actually runs all the time. Once we turn a journey on, anyone who's qualified for that journey can be inserted or injected into that journey at any time. So unlike Automation Studio, which turns on, runs, does what it needs to do, and then turns back off, Journey Builder is continuously on, and we inject people into the journey based upon what their behaviors are. So in this case, Journey Builder does not run once a day, and that brings us back to this concept of C. And again, the thing to keep in mind is that we're talking about building conversations. We're talking about being able to look at the data we have on people or based upon their behavior and change the conversation in real time in a scalable way, so we can actually guide the conversation towards something. And it gets us away from this concept that one-size-fits-all marketing fits the needs of everybody, which it really doesn't. So the idea of personalizing the content so that people get information that's relevant to their needs. And so that is our final answer. To explore other questions and answers surrounding Marketing Cloud certification and mastery, please subscribe to this channel, and we'll drop a new question for you to check out every week. Also, this question was taken directly from our new and free certification quiz featuring 125 practice questions covering the Email Specialist Certification Exam. If this sounds like something you could use, simply go to blueclouduniversity.com and click on the CERT Prep tab to get started. Thanks for dropping by. I'll see you again next time.